Long ago, a young girl went to pick berries with her mother. But she didn't want to. She wanted to watch Where's Barry. So, determined to join the Zombs, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the computer room. Mother's worried cries faded fast as Barry's theme song played over the laptop speakers and blasted out into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just YouTube.
You're really into Where's Barry?
Quit being so paranoid and join the Crimson Army.
Come join the Crimson Army, where the residents are evil now. We won't harm you. You'll get videos of theories and let's plays. Where's Barry? He have something to say. Here's Barry, he'll play all day. He's never really crunched for time. A Jill sandwich comes to mind, but that's just one of those lines you'll find in the comments. A heart of gold, keeping account. Number of deaths, a high amount. Will Barry live? Come find out. On the next stream, we'll figure it out. If the Zombs together, whether Jack is a dull boy or he wants to play, the Zombs are here to stay. Even if number 7 gets delayed or data mine, no spoilers will make us change. Cause in our mind, Where's Barry's king. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And by Amanda, you're out of time. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And by Amanda, you're out of time. Like, oh my god. By Amanda, you're out of time.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the RPD. My name is Where's Barry. I've been gone for a little bit, but Resident Evil 8 is calling. Welcome to Theory Chat. I don't think we even did one when the original trailer came out, so today we're going to talk about all the fun stuff that we saw originally, and mostly the new stuff, and we'll go back to the old stuff at the end. But if you guys didn't know, they released a new trailer today. I guess there was a PlayStation 5 event, and I guess the Resident Evil people didn't care that I have to do 2 actual videos for work before the morning, and it's already almost midnight, and that means all-nighter. They don't seem to care about any of that, so they just, let's just release a trailer on a random Wednesday. So, yeah. What's up, Metal Play, Anti-Van, Best, MVFC, Crazy One, Fishy, Elvar, Eddie, Anthony, Goldman, Mason, Conte, Sam, Fred, 98 Demon, Los Cyathon, Violator, Axon, and everybody else. Derek, Cyborg, Mayhe, what's up, everybody? Flawless Stars. So, did everybody watch the trailer, or do we need to watch the trailer again? How do we even watch the trailer? Oh, it's probably part of this slideshow here. So, if you're trying to figure out how to do the slide. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So follow Where's Barry B on all the social medias. Join the Zom Squad. We got Sam and Eddie and are in the Zom Squad and 98 Demon. They got the cool emojis. Let's see the cool emojis. Everybody else, let's see. Let me see your excitement level for RE8 in emoji form, or let me know how excited you are. In terms of how excited am I don't know yet. The new trailer that came out didn't really show much new, so it didn't really pump me up. I was really scared when it came out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to work all night. And then really it didn't show much. We'll go over everything, but so the trailer didn't really pump me up. But when is it? Next week? Capcom TGS show live 2020. So let's check. Oh, Saturday, September 26th and Sunday, September 27th are the dates on the when we need to start. They're going to do a live stream, so they might have some gameplay. and stuff like that. Bob, his sunglasses. Sharon is laughing. Derek is dabbing. Boo. Chaos is angry. Fishy with the $20 super chat. Let's get some hype in the chat for Fishy. Excited for the chat. Hit the like button. Also, Boogie 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 Hedgehog all night long. Yeah, we don't have any of that stuff. If you guys want to watch some fun live streams, we do that too. But the main point of the channel is Resident Evil 8 and new games. What's up, Rick? Hey, Fergie. All right. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. All right, let's watch this trailer then, shall we? No, stop playing the music. All right, so the sound was off. Was not. So the sound was off. All right, I guess we're not going to be watching the trailer. All right, it's good to be back here. I'm going to give it one more try real quick here. Let's see. If I was the sound, that's where I would be. All right, take two.
Coming again!
No, start over. Aha, I think I figured it out.
All clear. Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Take him away.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep. It's just a local tale.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Stop it, you stupid music. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see. Can you hear me? Can they hear me? Can they hear me? All right. We're good up close here, too. So, that's the new trailer that came out. A lot of stuff in there. Not a lot of stuff, but also a lot of stuff. And so first, let's talk about the setting that we got here. And what game does it look a lot like? And also, my beard is very green. Oh, by the way, I look like the zombies from this game. Conte says the environment looks nice. Looks a lot like Resident Evil 4. So Resident Evil 4 took place in Spain, and this one's taking place in like Transylvania. And the reason we know that, I forgot to put the picture up, but there's a picture of the menu screen that they showed us a couple months ago, and it's got a currency that's used in Romania, and Transylvania's in Romania, and there's some kind of vampire-ish type theme going on. So we're going to say we're in Transylvania for now. And Resident Evil 4 was over in Spain, but it's kind of got that vibe, that Resident Evil 4 vibe. We've got a windmill, we've got a castle, we've got a village. It's just got this old school vibe, but there's actually electricity in the town in this one. We'll see that in a photo. And then let's just go through some of the photos here. You got scarecrows, and then you've got... oh no, I'm not in front. No? No? Yeah. You got these scarecrows, but then you've got this symbol. Is it? I don't even know. I forgot to look, but Resident Evil 4 has that symbol in the game, and then you... I forgot to look, but Resident Evil 4 has that symbol in the... Okay. The audio's off in the full screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there's that symbol right there. And I was saying, I'll just re-say what I was saying because I don't remember where we were, but that symbol looks kind of like the one from Resident Evil 4. It's probably different a little bit, but yeah, those are definitely symbols on purpose, and we'll talk about some of the symbolism here in a few minutes. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, click on the thumbs up. And yeah, I just started doing some live streams last month, and then I started doing a daily live stream this week because of work, and I'm really busy at work, so I don't really have too much time to do this stuff. But with Resident Evil 8, the more information I'm prepping up to continue the coverage of these new games, because this is the fun part. Anyway, the other game that I got a vibe on for this was Outlast. I actually got a kind of an Outlast vibe, Outlast 2 vibe from this kind of cultish type stuff and these symbols and things like that. This looks like a little chapel here. And there's something going on in that little house over there. Aha, now you can hear me. There's something going on in that little house over there. It's like a little fire's going, and I really need to, I guess, zoom in on that. I don't know that we'll be able to see anything, but something's happening in that little house there. And then also notice that statue of the lady with the spear or whatever she's got. We'll take a look at that a little closer up too. And of course, it's a graveyard because Resident Evil 6 had a graveyard. Resident Evil 4, did 4 have a graveyard? I don't even know, man. These Resident Evils are all blending together. Wait a minute. Now I'm in front of the Where's Barry. Haha. Look at that. This guy knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can also see that little shack in the corner. It's very Resident Evil 4 reminiscent of. Here's another one. This shows those, I'm guessing those are power lines, or unless it's a phone line. But I don't think the Resident Evil 4 village, I think that was like legit in the middle of nowhere. And I think this is more of a village that may be more active and not like a dead village or an old school village the way that other one was. This one seems like at some point in time maybe it was part of some kind of bustling area. And Cyborg with the $5 super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Let's get some hype in the chat for that. They're working on a separate RE4 remake. Did they say that? So right today we're just going to talk about the Resident Evil 8 trailer. I have not followed any of the news, and one of the reasons I left, besides the fact 95% is that I have work, but it's just when there's nothing and there's no news, people make up news, or then there's some real news that's like what's it called? Real leaks in there, but then there's a bunch of fake ones, and it makes my head explode. So I actually didn't go on Twitter at all, and my life is way better. But now there's some real info, so now we can do theories and stuff like that. So, and in terms of a time period, we do know it's after Resident Evil 7, and Ethan's in there, and he knows Chris. But there's also maybe some flashbacks and a backstory that takes place in some other century. I don't know. If it does have to do with vampires, vampires live forever. So it could be, they could go back to the 1800s or something like that. And it feels like the 1800s in the village, but maybe it's just been left behind. Because, and the biggest cliche in movies is when someone's like, when it's in New York City and they go, New York City is one of the characters. Well, the developers for Resident Evil 8 are doing that. They're saying, the area is one of the characters, but it's like maybe it's kind of lost in time there. Here's some. It's right there. Wow, great timing. It plays such a crucial role as the backdrop and setting of the game that we consider it its own character. Okay, it's a character, I'm sure. Again, here you see more symbolism. You see hanging goat heads, and we'll go into it in a little bit, but it looks like some kind of cultish witchcraft, some kind of, ritualistic type stuff. And, why are the villagers doing that? Are they crazy? Are they protecting themselves from something? And this game is in first person. And here's that little house. I think that's where that guy lives. And you see some snow. It'll be interesting to see. In the trailer, we saw a couple scenes where you're kind of walking through some snow. So maybe there'll be, I don't know, Resident Evil 6 had like a snow level. Maybe that'll be hard to aim. I think it was snowing in Code Veronica. JTS says the origins of the village will be quite interesting to discover. Yeah, I hope they do some backstory. What's up, G-Man? I hope they do more backstory in this and just give us a lot of fun, fun storyline. And I'm super excited because Resident Evil 7 was awesome. It was my favorite thing ever. The demo. I started a YouTube channel. I didn't really play new video games, and I started playing that. And then 2 and 3 were awesome, the remakes, but this is like, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm just really excited. The other ones, I wanted them to cover some of the backstory that we were missing for Resident Evil 2 and 3, but this is going to be fun, man. And then Axel says, is Ada going to be an 8? I mean, any character could show up. I was thinking Leon, just because of the Resident Evil 4 vibe, but it doesn't really make any sense. But also, they might want to connect it to a new game, too. And then I think this is up here to show you the shack on the inside there. Reminds you kind of of the Resident Evil 7 thing. The whole idea is to create this vibe of horror, and one of my favorite things in video game history was the RE7 demo, and I think it was one of the scariest things ever. The sound design and yeah, just the demo itself was scary. And in the regular game, you were in the demo area, but for such a short time, and you already played the demo, if you were like me, a billion times, so you kind of knew it. But I'm hoping they do some really scary sounds, very like just silence, and then you kind of hear some noises and stuff like that. That would be really cool. And then, of course, we've got this giant castle. It's like a Zelda game. And then below it, we've got this puzzle. And this puzzle, again, looks like Resident Evil 4. And you can see more goats. Goats are a huge theme in this. And this kind of puzzle was in RE4 also, right? Where you put like faces into a thing. I know there was the 3-piece thing, but or maybe I'm just thinking of an eyeball. I don't know. But it's a very Resident Evil 4-like puzzle. And you can see all the hands coming out of the ground, more symbolism and horror-looking stuff. And just backing up here. So this is the graveyard area. And there's that booth on the far right where I saw the fire coming out of. Here. So you go up there and you make a left. Oh, yeah, you can see the castle up there. And it's funny, it kind of looks like there's a bunch of different levels that they're showing us, but this is all probably just that one little area. But who knows how long the area would be. JTS says, hope the whole setting won't be linear. I think it's going to be pretty linear. And Fred asked when it's going to come out. No, they don't have a date. And they say 2021 or whatever, but who knows with these times and in gaming. Because they usually give us a date, I believe. In Resident Evil 7, they gave us a date. I think maybe they didn't in 2 and 3. I actually can't remember. And then there's also this mansion-looking area. I don't know if that's inside the castle there. I'm guessing maybe that's probably inside the castle when you walk in the front door. And, you know, obviously they're cutting back to Resident Evil 1, getting the influence from that, and many of the Resident Evil games that have these little lobbies, foyers. And then you've got some knights and armor knights. Armor knights? And then this is how the game is going to look. So that's it in terms of the gameplay that we've seen so far. And as you can see, it's just like RE7. And it'll be interesting to see if they add new techniques. Remember, RE7 had a block that I hated and I never used, and everyone yelled at me. Yeah, they usually, when they make a new game, they add something new, you know, add like either a new button press, or maybe the controls will be slightly different, and the menu screen is going to be different as well. But I didn't bring that up. MKL says the fireplace looks suspicious. Yeah, it looks like the wood's falling out of it. There might be a red herb in there. It's kind of hard to tell there. Sharon says the goat could be like the chupacabra. I'll just watch this again real quick. And this video is from the developer interview. If you go to Resident Evil's YouTube, there's 3 videos they've released: a trailer, a developer interview, and the new trailer. So let's talk about the symbols. You can see one that's under the thing. It's got all sorts of symboling on it. Again, this is very, Outlast. Some of those movies like Paranormal Activity, cult witchcraft. It's definitely highly influenced by witch stuff. Maybe Blair Witch. But before we get to that, I just want to show you these old screenshots. There's always symbols in Resident Evil. You got the moon and the sun. That's always a big one. Mermaid, I don't know if that's ever been in one. Horse, don't know what the other thing is. Bird, crab, I don't know. And, of course, the umbrella logo. So umbrella's always going to be there. And then this is the statue of the lady. Again, goats. Goats are huge. in the symbolism of this game. And she's looking up. I don't know what she's trying to fight there. I'm sure there'll be a puzzle associated with that or something. And then here, this is the main symbol here. And it's like a baby, a fetus. And the developers, you can see at the bottom there, they were like, you know, we're not going to tell you about the secret symbol. Like we couldn't see that symbol was connected. This is basically how they're telling us, besides Ethan being in it and Chris, this is how they're telling us there's a connection to Resident Evil 7 from that symbol. And this is from Resident Evil 7. We find this thing that was kind of a key to creating Evelyn. So the thing we're not seeing in the trailer is Evelyn, and how is Evelyn involved and that whole thing. And I think they're keeping that a little quiet so far. And then the company there, Tensu, I can't even remember what it was called. Tensu? We'll have to see if they're in it as well. MKL says it was used to make the serum in RE7. The D series. Yeah, I mean, Evelyn, I call it Evelyn, but Evelyn is like whatever the bad guy is, you know? That kind of creature. I know we killed Evelyn, but could be another like Evelyn type creature. So if I say Evelyn during this, I mean like her backstory and what the next Evelyn is, because it's a series. And then this was the key art for Resident Evil 7. This was the first thing we saw when the demo came out and stuff. And you see the fetus on there too. And here's a close-up of that symbol. Again, hard to tell what it is here, but you can obviously see that shape. And then around the edge, there are different symbols. I don't know if it's a language they created or just if it's going to be used for a puzzle or if it's just like set dressing, like it's just part of the making it look creepy type thing. Because there's so many symbols on that it would be hard for them to do it. But I sense a puzzle where there's an inner circle and you rotate that, and there's an outer circle and you have to match up, I don't know, shapes. Something like this was in one of the recent games I played as well. There's just a lot of stuff, kind of just a lot of influence from other horror things. And you can see a doll baby up in that top there as well. That is something that that obviously they think is scary. And then so these candles are set up around it too, so that there's because some kind of ritual is happening. And oh my gosh, here's the ritual. So who are these people? These are apparently, looks like maybe they're the people that live in the village. And in the original trailer, there was kind of like, it looked like a flashback backstory about how there was a baby. I don't know if they sacrificed the baby. And basically my theory is that they think that there's vampires and evility up in the castle. And so they sacrifice the baby and they chant, and that's how they keep the vampires away, or they give it. And I think that what they think is happening is not actually happening, but I don't know. Anyway, so we got an old guy. We got this guy who's been hit, and he's got a crutch. Tiny Tim over there. Oh! Just saw something. Look at her neck. See, she's got that necklace on there. It's like a bone of a dog or something like that. The other guy in the original trailer has that around his neck as well. So I'm thinking that's some kind of a charm that they think is going to protect them from the vampires or whatever, evil is out there. But she's wearing one, and I'll show you later, the guy is also wearing one. And that's her face. There's another dude. And then this part here, right there, it's hard to see it on the screen maybe, but basically Ethan Somebody said it. I didn't actually look it up myself to see if you can see his ring and his sleeve, but it looks like Ethan is going to be part of this circle. So these people are going to, I guess, run into Ethan, and they're going to talk about, I'm sure they'll give him their backstory, and then Ethan will be like, oh my God, I'm also scared, and then he'll find out it's all Umbrella. But there's also a guy in the background there. I didn't even see him. What's he doing? He's just like sitting in the back drinking a beer. So maybe he's like the skeptical one. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't trust it. And they're like, hey, you got to do it. And then he probably dies. There's a baby in the trailer. All right, let's talk about these enemies. You can see one right there. Wide mouth, zombie-looking things. They also look like werewolves. Here's a close-up of one. And then this is where the werewolf thing comes. You see the hairy chest and the hair on the thing, and you know, kind of looks a little bit like a wolf, but it's got to be some kind of BOW, maybe a wolf mixed with a zombie or whatever. But this one kind of reminded me of the RE2 zombie that they used. And these, yeah, the teeth, definitely cool that the teeth look like that. And then just here's this guy. He looks like Abraham Lincoln. Here's another shot of one. And there's another one. And then here again, this really looks like the Wolfman up here. Again, this is... And then here's a guy kind of hanging out. Again, he's perched like a wolf. You can imagine him turning around going, "Oh!" And then right above him, you also see some crows. Oh my God, Nemesis scared the crap out of me up there. Axel says, looks like a El Gigante with hair. This one, that guy kind of with the big face. I don't know. But also you see in his back pocket, he looks like he's got a pickaxe that he's going to use a thing. And then here's some more enemies, and you can see, not sure if this is a cutscene or if this is actual gameplay, but there's a bunch of, there's 1, 2, 3, I think there's like 5 or 6 of them out here. I don't know if you're going to get attacked. Ah, crap. Attacked by that many. But again, look in their hands. They got weapons just like RE4 a little bit. And then we got this guy. He's got the hammer with the spikes, which is there's a character in Evil Within called the Keeper who uses that exact weapon basically, and which is weird. And then I think in Resident Evil 5 there's a guy who has a big hammer as well. But this really looks like the Evil Within one. And then again, you can see all the different guys all around if you kind of look, and they're kind of camouflaged in. Oh, actually, yeah, look down there. That one looks like a freaking devil. And yeah, so in Resident Evil 7 there was there were mold, and that was it. And it looks like there's a variety of enemies here. We've already seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different looking at guys. So that's something people always complain about. Oh, there's only 4 zombies in Resident Evil 2 Remake or whatever.
Welcome to the family, son.
What's up, Juan? Welcome to the Crimson Arm. If you guys are enjoying the show, be sure to click on that subscribe button, click on the thumbs up, and follow Where's Barry B on Twitter. We'll be doing some more. I'll be looking at the screenshots even more tonight. And then here's the big man with the hammer as he lands. Pretty cool looking, how hairy they are. That guy looks like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Do I think Molded will return? I hope they don't. But again, the connections to RE7, that's going to be the fun part. What are the connections back to RE7? I think this calls for a replaying of RE7. All right. Now here's the main thing that everybody's been talking about today. Is this the new merchant?
If it's just looking, window shop away.
If it's just looking, window shop away, he says. So window shop is, he's probably selling something. I don't know. I tried to look at the back there. Maybe there's a map. It didn't look like any important items, but you can see he's got a little lantern. It's like he's in the merchant type shack thing. And it sounds like DC Douglas is the voice of it, but I don't know. GMC says looks like the Penguin. And here's the screenshot. He's smoking a cigar. He's a little bit chubby. He's got a pointy nose. He's got a little pocket thing, kerchief, handkerchief. It looks like fish in the background or something hanging there. And some chains. Yeah, that's probably just like the side of his thing. All right, and then we got another look at Witch Lady. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Stephen King movie called Thinner. I think the guy is kind of the witch curse person in that one, but just reminded me of that. Juan says he wants the original. And then here's the new screenshot of her. Haven't really taken much of a look. She's got a pole with a skull on it. I don't know what that would be called. I don't know any of the talisman or whatever. I don't know much about gypsies or witches or whatever she is. But she's got some different things you guys can check out. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn about... I don't know if she's a witch or what. She might be a witch or what they think is a witch. And she's got the skull. She's got the teeth necklace type stuff and bone necklaces. She's got that deer antler-like thing. And then this. Did you guys ever see the movie The Witch? It looked good in the previews and everything, and then it didn't turn out to be so good, but it was interesting. Anyway, there was a goat in that, and this is just like that. The black evil goats. And maybe that's following her. Maybe that's just in the city. Conte says maybe she'll be walking around the village. Yeah, and originally we thought maybe she would be the merchant until this guy showed up. And this guy so reminds me. It looks like he's got a trench coat on. It just reminds me of like 1920. And look how fat his hands are. I think this is going to be a really fat guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that, except he'll be unhealthy. So, yes, there is. All right. And, so we basically went through all the new screenshots. Let's take a look at some of the old stuff. So Chris Redfield's in it. He's the cover art that you saw in the very beginning of the stream. And he's not my Redfield, man. I like the new Redfield. What? What are you going to do? Fight me? Boom. What is this? Okay, so here, let's just check this out.
All clear. Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Take him away.
Chris?
Sorry, Ethan.
Why?
So buttons. So that those are the parts with Chris, and Chris has someone with him that's wearing a mask. So we're just happy that they're not going to spread corona. We don't care how many people they murder. Still, the question is, is that a dream? Is that real? What's going on? I think it's a dream. It just looks so hazy. I think that's a whole dream sequence. I mean, Chris is going to be in the game, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be real or not. And then this is what he used to look like in RE7. And everybody hated it. I would say 90% of the fans hated it, so they changed it back, I guess. Or maybe they explain some kind of thing why they look different. I doubt it. And here are the other characters. So this lady here obviously thinks she's a vampire. And that's Ethan. Ethan has the worst luck with his left hand there. And it looks like she's actually sucking his blood out of his vein on his wrist. But again, I don't believe in vampires, even in the Resident Evil world. And here, I can't remember who said it, but basically the idea of a fantasy world like Resident Evil is that you can believe it exists in the world. So if a dinosaur shows up, Resident Evil 6, you're like, what? That doesn't make sense. Even though there's zombies, which aren't real. But zombies make sense. A dinosaur doesn't. So vampires to me don't make sense in the world. So I think I'm guessing in the real world there are people who say they are vampires right now, and they probably try to drink blood and other stuff. And I think that she is into some kind of occult stuff where she thinks she's a vampire, but she's really some kind of an umbrella Ella. And there she is scowling. She's on the phone, and it's a really old school phone. But who's she talking to? And then this is where you know that they're probably, monsters or umbrella monsters, because they've got the bugs. Maybe they can completely disappear and turn into bugs. I hope not. Maybe they just have bugs. Where have we seen bugs before? Marguerite Baker. How about one game ago? So I hate these little bug things. I hope they're not attacking you like the bugs did in Resident Evil 7. But maybe there's some kind of connection to Marguerite Baker with these people. Again, we're thinking that this is going to have something to do with trying to find the origins of Evie, or trying to discover who's behind it, the Tenchu or 10, whatever it's called. And maybe they connect back. Maybe we learn about Resident Evil 7 why Marguerite was different than Jack was different from Lucas. Although Jack and Lucas were similar, but Marguerite was different. And then she's got a whole coven of witches, and you see the one lady on the far side or actually they all do, except for the main one. They got the symbol tattooed on their head. They got blood all over their face. They've probably been eating all of Ethan's blood. And a lot of people are mentioning Alex Wesker. Somebody said earlier, Tiago, I don't know if you're still here, said somebody's wife, Spencer, or the Big Cheese's wife, like from RE4, like somebody's wife or sister. Has Alex Wesker even been mentioned in a regular Resident Evil game? Like a real one? I don't know. Did they go back in RE1 Remake and mention Alex Wesker? Exodius. Ow! Sorry, cramp. Oh, and Resident Evil 5, Lost in Nightmares they do. Yeah, Revelation's not... I don't know how Revelations fits in. I don't know that it counts. But Resident Evil 5, if it's a DLC, I don't know if that counts either. And then we got this guy who just looks, like a vampire hunter. So they got this whole thing. It's so many movies. Like, is this Van Helsing? Like, there's so Hocus Pocus. It looks like they got so much stuff from all these different movies, man. Corey says, is one of those ladies Claire? I don't think so. So this guy will be an interesting character in the... and I'm sure he'll have some kind of crazy personality. And is Ethan going to meet him? How is he going to be the Luis of the game? I hate to just compare everything to like Resident Evil 4, but there's so many things that seem like there's so much comparison. And then we got these people. I think these are the people that were Yeah, they're definitely the people that were in the hand-holding thing. And then this guy is kind of the outlier. He has that mole necklace thing that the other woman had, but it's probably her. It's probably just his wife. And again, you see the symbol there on top of that thing. And this lady had a baby. And we think that either she sacrificed it or you know what? The cult probably stole the baby to sacrifice it, but something bad happened to that. And the baby also has a couple marks on its head. I don't know if that's just hair or blood or what. Also the pillow. I thought the pillow had something on it, but yeah, a little chunker. And that's it. So yeah, we got a new trailer, but not too much shown. Basically, to recap, they showed us a bunch of the level, and this whole presentation's a mix end match of the screenshots from the original and from the new one, but yeah, we get some the look at the cult. That's kind of one of the new things. They give us a better look at the enemies, and then this guy.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Window shop away. So, anybody have any other good things we can talk about here at the end? Anybody notice anything different or new in this trailer? The other thing we didn't really talk about was the cartoon that takes place in the trailer. It's kind of weird. I don't think we've ever seen something like that in a Resident Evil. There's also a flashback that kind of looks like a movie where that lady's sitting on the couch reading a book, and she's like, actually, maybe we can pull it up. Let's go back to the trailer and see if I can pause it frame by frame. No. Won't let me pause it. And then the weird picture that was in the trailer was the lady standing in the kitchen, and it was just showing her back, and it won't show her face. She's on the couch in one with reading a book or whatever, and then they show her back in the kitchen. So that's kind of weird. Yasmin says the castle speaks Spencer to me. Yeah. It always seems to connect back somehow, but maybe there's a new bad guy since Resident Evil 7. So Code Veronica is the other game that connects to Resident Evil 7 and Evie and that whole thing. There's a group called, I can't remember. Wesker was a part of something called like the Hive or the HTC. I don't remember the exact name. Maybe you guys know what it is. And it's something you find in the notes of Code Veronica. And somehow in the Resident Evil 7 notes, they kind of connect to this group. And that's the other connection. Code Veronica took place in Europe. This is in Europe. Resident Evil 4 is in Europe. So there could be a lot of connections back to the other games and things like that. But yeah, Code Veronica and RE4 are kind of the main ones that I'm thinking that we might find connections, and then obviously Resident Evil 7, and since this is the sequel. Blue-Eyed Freak says, hope it has Mercenaries mode. I don't really care too much about the bonus modes. I don't see how they would have that, though. If you think about it, it's going to be similar to RE7. I don't know if you can have a mercenary mode with that, but maybe they figure it out. Some kind of first-person Call of Duty type thing. Outbreak. Did I ever play Outbreak 2? I don't know if I ever beat the second one. Great White says the flashbacks were Mia and Ethan. That's what I thought kind of in the beginning. Oh, not the flashbacks, but the you're talking about it looked like, well, yeah, flashback. It looked like a movie reel. So who's the little kid though that runs into the forest? What's that symbol? So that's another symbol. There's going to be some kind of fairy tale symbolism. Maybe some what's the Brothers Grimm? Maybe we should look into the Brothers Grimm and see. I bet they get some. I bet they got some influence from that. I'm gonna look that up. What's up, Biohazard Kitty Cat? All right, so we did it. Whoa, we did it. We did a theory chat. It was awesome. We had 220 people in here. Reminds me of the old days. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Be sure to follow on Twitter, Where's Barry B? And we will, do some more content on the screenshots. And then again, the big date is coming up in next Saturday and Sunday. So stay tuned. Even anything can happen. Today they did do the screenshots along with the trailer. So they sent me all the screenshots, which we went over, but they might have some new ones, or they might have gameplay or something like that. So I'm pretty excited, I guess, for next weekend, and we'll do some live streams when all this stuff is going on. We'll do like a live stream while it's happening, watch together, whatever, just like the good old days. So thanks for watching. Be sure to click like on the way out. And subscribe if you enjoyed the show, and we'll do another episode of Theory Chat after they release more stuff. So, thanks for watching. Catch you later, evil dudes, and bye, Amanda. Where's Barry?
Long ago, a young girl went to pick berries with her mother. But she didn't want to. She wanted to watch Where's Barry. So, determined to join the Zombs, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the computer room. Mother's worried cries faded fast as Barry's theme song played over the laptop speakers and blasted out into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just YouTube.
You're really into Where's Barry?
Quit being so paranoid and join the Crimson Army.
Come join the Crimson Army, where the residents are evil now. We won't harm you. You'll get videos of theories and let's plays. Where's Barry? Have something to say. Here's Barry, he'll play all day. He's never really crunched for time. A Jill sandwich comes to mind, but that's just one of those lines you'll find in the comments. A heart of gold, keep an account. Number of deaths, a high amount. Will Barry live? Come find out on the next stream. We'll figure it out. It's the Zombs together, whether Jack is a dull boy or he wants to play. The Zombs are here to stay, even if number 7 gets delayed. A day to mine, no spoilers will make us change. Cause in our mind, Where's Barry's king? Don't forget to like and subscribe. And by Amanda, you're out of time. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And by Amanda, you're out of time. Like, oh my god, by Amanda, you're out of time.